What if Earth was a donut? It sounds like a wild idea, but let's take a moment to really imagine it. Picture our planet not as a perfect sphere, but as a giant ring floating in space, a cosmic pastry with a hole right through the middle. Imagine our planet as a giant, spinning pastry, a torus, in scientific terms. This shape isn't just for breakfast treats, it's a fascinating structure in mathematics and physics, and it would completely change the way we experience our world. Instead of a blue marble, our world would be a loop, with a massive hole in the center. From space, Earth would look like a glowing ring, with sunlight streaming through the middle and casting strange shadows on the surface. You could walk around the big ring or through the hole, completely changing how we think about geography. Imagine cities built along the inner and outer edges and travel routes looping endlessly around the planet. North and south poles? Those would be totally different, maybe even gone. The idea of up and down would shift, and the climate zones we know today would be rearranged in surprising ways. This isn't just a silly thought experiment, it's a way to understand why our round Earth works so well. By imagining something so different, we can appreciate the delicate balance that makes our planet so unique. Our sphere gives us gravity, weather, and seasons in a way that makes life possible. The round shape helps distribute sunlight and heat, creating the perfect conditions for oceans, forests, and deserts to thrive. By picturing a donut Earth, we can see how special our real planet is. The more we explore this imaginary world, the more we realize how lucky we are to live on a sphere that supports such a rich diversity of life. So let's take a wild, scientific journey to this imaginary world. We'll stretch our minds and challenge what we think we know about physics, geography, and even what it means to call a place home. We'll explore its gravity, weather, and what daily life might be like. Would gravity pull you toward the center of the ring? Or would you feel lighter as you approach the hole? How would weather systems swirl around a donut-shaped world? Get ready. Science is all about curiosity and imagination. By asking what if, we open the door to new discoveries and a deeper understanding of our universe. Let's see what kind of world we can build in our minds. Together we'll invent new landscapes, dream up wild weather, and imagine how life might adapt to this extraordinary shape. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's blast off and see just how far our imagination and science can take us. From the vastness of space, a donut-shaped Earth would be a mesmerizing sight. A spinning ring, not a simple blue marble like the one we know. Its unique torus form would set it apart from every other planet in our solar system, instantly catching the eye of any passing explorer or distant observer. The familiar sphere would be replaced by a cosmic pastry, endlessly rotating in the darkness. Imagine continents and oceans wrapping seamlessly around the curved surface of the torus, forming a continuous band of land and water. The central hole would be a permanent window to the stars, a dark void at the heart of the planet. From certain angles, you could gaze straight through the planet itself, seeing the distant cosmos framed by the ring of your world. The planet would spin like a colossal wheel, with the outer edge racing ahead, moving much faster than the inner edge. This difference in speed would create wild weather patterns and swirling winds, making the climate on a donut Earth far more unpredictable than on our own. Sunlight would sweep across the ring in dramatic fashion, casting sharp, shifting lines between day and night. The boundaries between light and shadow would be more pronounced, creating spectacular sunrises and sunsets that curve along the surface in ways we can barely imagine. The most stunning view of all? Looking through the central hole and seeing the galaxy beyond, a breathtaking portal to the universe. At night, the stars would shine with an intensity rarely seen on Earth, framed perfectly by the ring of your home planet. On the inner side of the torus, you'd look up and see the other side of the donut arching overhead, like a massive land bridge suspended in the sky. It would be a surreal sight, with clouds drifting below and the curve of the world above you, making the horizon feel both close and impossibly far away. At night, city lights from distant civilizations on the far side would twinkle above you, creating a glowing arc in the darkness. It would be a constant, magical reminder of the planet's extraordinary shape and the presence of life all around the ring. The moon's orbit would be wild and unpredictable, sometimes passing right through the central hole. This could create spectacular eclipses, with the moon casting strange shadows and patterns across the surface, unlike anything seen on a spherical world. Imagine standing on the surface and watching the moon rise perfectly through the center of your world. a cosmic event that would never lose its wonder, no matter how many times you saw it. The sky would be truly alien, filled with unfamiliar constellations and planetary features. Let's zoom in closer to see what life might be like on this extraordinary world. What would gravity feel like on a donut-shaped planet? The answer might surprise you. On a round Earth, gravity pulls you straight down, no matter where you stand. But on a donut Earth, gravity would be strongest on the outer edge, pulling you down like normal. As you walk toward the hole, gravity weakens. You'd feel lighter, maybe even able to jump like you're on the moon. On the inner edge, gravity would pull you at a weird angle, making the ground feel sloped even if it looks flat. Standing up straight would be a challenge. Rain and rivers would behave strangely, flowing at odd angles. Drop a ball near the center of the hole, and it might just float, perfectly balanced between all sides. Gravity would be a daily puzzle, changing how you move, build, and even play. But gravity isn't the only thing that would be wild. What about the weather? Weather on a donut Earth would be extreme. The outer rim would roast in sunlight, while the inner rim would be cool and shadowy. This temperature difference would create permanent, powerful winds, super hurricanes raging between zones. Oceans would swirl around the ring with warm currents on the outside and cold, slow water on the inside. Tides, pulled by a wobbly moon, would be massive, giant waves crashing between inner and outer coasts. The hole would trap cold air, creating foggy twilight lands inside. You could travel from a sunny beach to a misty forest in minutes. Storms might swirl for months, trapped inside the ring. Living here, you'd have to be a master weather forecaster. The sky would be both beautiful and dangerous. And what about day and night? Day and night on a donut Earth would be anything but normal. On the fast-spinning outer edge, days might be short, just 12 hours. On the slow inner edge, days could stretch to 36 hours or more. The sun's path would be blocked by the donut's arch, causing daily eclipses for those on the inside. Imagine the sun vanishing behind the sky bridge, plunging you into shadow before reappearing. Seasons would be complex, with different parts of the ring experiencing summer and winter at the same time. The night sky would be split. Open stars on one side, the other side of your world glowing above. City lights from across the hole would look like a second moon. Your sense of place and time would be completely different. So, how would people live here? Let's find out. 12. Where would people build their cities on a donut Earth? Most would settle in the temperate zone, between the hot outer rim and the cold, shadowy inner rim. Cities would stretch in long lines around the ring, connected by roads and high-speed trains. Travel along the outer rim would offer stunning views, while the inner rim would be a shortcut, but much trickier, thanks to low gravity and steep terrain. Buildings on the inner rim would lean into gravity, with slanted floors and special designs. On the outer rim, structures would need to be super strong to handle the extra force. Communication would require satellites or relay towers circling the planet, since the donut itself blocks signals. The world would feel both connected and vast. But what would daily life actually be like? Let's follow a kid named Alex. Meet Alex, a curious teenager living in the temperate zone of donut Earth. A world shaped like a giant ring, where every day brings a new adventure. Life here is both familiar and completely unique, shaped by the planet's wild geometry and strange physics. Each morning the sun rises over the horizon, bathing the forests in golden light. But unlike on Earth, the sun soon vanishes for an hour, hidden behind the thick central ring in a daily donut eclipse. This sudden shadow sweeps across the land, turning day into a mysterious twilight. During this shadowy hour, everyone pauses, shops close, schools halt lessons, and families gather outside to enjoy the cool, dim air. It's a time for rest, stories, and quiet games, almost like a daily holiday built into the rhythm of life. When the sun returns, Alex heads to school. Here, gravity isn't just a chapter in a textbook, it's a daily puzzle. Teachers use spinning models and clever experiments to explain how gravity pulls at odd angles and why things feel lighter or heavier depending on where you stand. After class, Alex and friends race to the low-gravity trampoline park on the inner rim. Here, they bounce higher than ever, flipping and soaring through the air, laughing as they float almost weightlessly. It's a playground that could only exist on Donut Earth. As evening falls, Alex looks up and sees something incredible. The other side of their world, arching high overhead. At night, city lights from distant towns shimmer above, creating a glowing ring in the sky. It's a view that never gets old. Dinner is a feast of flavors. Vegetables grown in the hot, sunny, outer rim, and fish caught from swirling ocean currents that circle the donut's center. Every meal is a reminder of how the planet's shape shapes its food and culture. For homework, Alex sketches out a new invention. A cart designed to roll smoothly even when gravity tilts at odd angles. Engineering here means thinking in 3 dimensions, and every student learns to adapt to the world's quirks. As night deepens, Alex gazes across the vast central hole, watching the moon rise through the open center. The city lights on the far side twinkle like distant stars, making the world feel both vast and close-knit. Life on Donut Earth is strange, beautiful, and full of surprises. For Alex, it's simply home, a place of wonder, challenge, and endless possibility. But is this world really a paradise, or does its beauty hide unexpected challenges? Let's weigh the pros and cons of living on a world shaped like a ring, and see what life here truly means. A Donut Earth would offer wild variety, low-gravity vacations, stunning views, and easy space launches from the inner rim. The whole could be a natural highway to space, with elevators or launch pads built right on the edge. But there are big problems. Scientists think a donut planet would be unstable, maybe even breaking apart over time. Gravity would be tricky and dangerous, especially near the inner rim. Extreme weather would make much of the planet unlivable. The biggest issue? A Donut Earth might not have a strong magnetic field, leaving it exposed to deadly solar radiation. Life as we know it might never survive here. So, what does this tell us about our own world? Let's come home. 11. After our trip to Donut Earth, it's clear, our round planet is special. Its shape gives us stable gravity, calm oceans, and predictable days and nights. Life thrives here because everything works in balance. On a Donut Earth, wild weather and strange gravity would make life much harder. Our sphere is a gift, providing the stability needed for complex life. Changing just one thing, the planet's shape, changes everything else. Science shows us how delicate and interconnected our world is. So, next time you see Earth from space, appreciate its perfect roundness. It's not just a ball of rock, it's the best home we could ask for. Our round world is truly one of a kind.